Welcome to picturesque Linz. Wrapped by the banks of the Danube, it's quaint and charming, and the third largest city in Austria. Week 4, and we have 126 skaters from 37 countries. Last week, Colorado provided some top scores as the battle for Grand Prix final points intensified. In the men, Week 2's top score of 209.92 from Dmitry Aliev of Russia was destroyed by the American skater Nathan Chen, who scored 236.76 points. His all-round qualities were just part of the story, as Chen delivered an arsenal of difficult jumps, including 2 quads and 2 triple axels. In ice dance, the Americans dominate. Week 1's top scorer was beaten last week by another American team of McNamara and Carpenter, whose overall quality and difficulty decisively won the event in Colorado with a top score of 159.31. In pairs, the top score remains from Week 2 in Riga, and the Ukrainian pair team of Ogasian and Bardet, who possesses strong single skills and perform big pair elements. They have the top score at 144.29. In the ladies, Week 1's high score of 189.50 is the score to beat. With her big jumps, aggressive skating, and dynamic program, Russian Polina Turskaya has the season's highest ladies score. Welcome to Linz, Austria in Week 4. Who will take the top scores, and how will the race for the Grand Prix final points turn out? Join us as the next chapter of the ISU Junior Grand Prix figure skating unfolds. Welcome back, everyone, to wonderful and charming Linz, Austria. Ladies' short program coming up soon. Here's a look at some of the chapels and beautiful old architecture here in Linz. Beautiful fresh pastries, sidewalk cafes. Outside the arena here in Linz, we're on the banks of the Danube, the beautiful and famous Danube River. Welcome back inside and our continuing coverage of the ISU Junior Grand Prix. This is the 4th stop in 7 here in Linz. We do have a week off next week. We are about to start the Junior Ladies short program. Now, there are 35 entries and 6 groups, so there will be 2 ice resurfacing during this event.
Junior Ladies short program. Please welcome the first warm-up group. On the ISR, with number 1, from Lithuania. With number 2, Michaela Lucy-Hanslikova from Czech Republic. With number 3, Cecilia Meiling Hartmann from Singapore. With number 4, Sabin Park from Korea. And with number 5, Anita Östlund from Sweden.
Here's a look at the technical panel and the judging panel for this event.
What you haven't been told is this is the first group of a total of 6 groups. We have a full 35 short programs to get through in this ladies category. But we are ready and pumped for that. I can tell you that Michaela, Cecilia, and Sibin Park and Anita will only be competing here in the Junior Grand Prix. However, your first skater, Diamanta, she will also be competing in Spain.
Starting order for the event today, 35 ladies, a 4-hour event. Here's a look at the scoring range that you can expect for the short program. Exceptional scores in ladies short program can be anywhere from 60 to 70 points. Above average score 50 to 60, and the average score for this event generally between 40 and 50 points.
Ladies, there is 1 minute remaining in your warm-up. This warm-up has ended. Please clear the ice. On the ice, representing Lithuania,
Demonte is 16 years old, was born in Kaune. She is coached by Lilia Vanagian and choreographed by Rasa Birabelin. This is her second Junior Grand Prix season. Personal best score in the short program is 48.61. For music for the program today, Fever.
Never know how much I love you.
Diamante Kisalaite.
And we saw Monte do a beautiful triple flip. He was going for the triple Lutz, just did not get pull in quick enough to start that rotation. Ended up to do a double Lutz double toe. But take a look at this triple flip here. Watch how she pops up in the air, straight up, and quickly gets into rotation. Right there, she's in tight already. Gets around. That's what she needed to do. Well, she's a little under rotated, but that's what she needed to do on the Lutz. Again, she had problem here on the axle, getting into rotation. Just swung wide with the free leg, around the corner, couldn't get in tight, couldn't transfer over. Unfortunate for Diamante. Nice layback position there. In the Bielmann, the free leg, that blade should be right above her head. It's what the technical panel will be looking for. They may or may not give that feature to her. Not sure. She's got her hair stuck actually in the blade, but she had a nice layback spin.
The scores, please. Diamante Kisalaite has earned a total score of 33.93 points in her short program. On the ice, representing the Czech Republic, Michaela Lucy Hanslikova.
Michaela Lucy is 15 years old, was born in Karlovy Vary. She is coached and choreographed by Monika Skonikova. This is her first Junior Grand Prix season. A short program music is Ice Symphony by Edvin Martin. Michaela Lucy is a really lovely, charming skater. You can see a nice smile at the very end of her program. She was pleased with what she did. She did have some very strong elements. Here's a look at the opening jump. Double axel, gets straight up, follows off the end of the edge, nice and tight and straight in the air, and good speed on the way out. Here's a look at the triple salchow. Look how high she gets and straight, clean, clear, landing back up into a double toe. Very well executed jump combination. On her plan program sheet, it does have down triple flip, but I'm pretty sure that this next element here's a look. There's a look at the double flip. It was intended to be a double here, although I'm sure she can do a triple. Nicely done. Arm over the head.
The scores, please. For her short program, Michaela Lucy Hanzlikova has earned a total score of 42.75 points, which currently brings her into the first place. On the ice, representing Singapore, Cecilia Mai-Ling Hartmann.
Cecilia is 17 years old, was born in Singapore, and is coached and choreographed by Nicholas Osland. This is her second Junior Grand Prix season. Short program music is Adios Donino by Astor Piazzolla. Personal best score is 32.67.
Cecilian Meiling Hartmann.
Here's a look at Cecilian first element, the double axel. Watch the landing foot. It's more than half a rotation short and probably will be downgraded. Just was not tight enough in the air to complete the rotations. Here's a look at what they called as a double Lutz double toe. And then a double flip here.
The scores, please. For her short program, Cecilian Meiling Hartmann has earned 34.72 points, which brings her currently into the second place. On the ice, representing Korea, Se-bin Park.
Se-bin is 14 years old, was born in Seoul, and coached and choreographed by Hun Jung-chi. This is her first Junior Grand Prix season. Her short program music is Un ballo in Matura by Verdi. Score to beat, 42.76.
Sabin Park.
Nice job by Sabin. Good look here at the triple. Let's watch that edge to see if it changes. No, she's got it on an outside edge. Well done. Triple Lutz clean and clear up into a double toe. The women's skating in Korea is developing a lot of depth. There's a number of very good young girls coming up. Here's a look at the triple flip, got in tight, little under rotated on the landing, a little bit more height and speed will help. And double axel. She lands just a little bit forward on this landing, straight off the end of the edge, which is good, and just scratches, pulls onto those toe picks a little bit too much. But as I mentioned, there's many good Korean ladies coming up this ladder. Should be very exciting as we build towards the Olympics. Good job.
The scores, please. For her short program, Sabin Park has earned 46.23 points, which currently brings her into the first place. On the ice, representing Sweden, Anita Östlund.
Anita is 14 years old, was born in Odessa, Ukraine. Is coached by Andrea Duhani, who's also a very famous synchro coach. She's choreographed by Anton Terashenko. This is her second Junior Grand Prix season. The music, I'll Come Amour by Richard Clayderman. Personal best, 41.55.
Anita Östlund.
This young lady, Anita, is a very nice skater. She's got some good qualities here. We take a look at the triple flip. She turns a little bit too much on that takeoff, gets off on a lean, has to step out of the jump. But the good news is she's a very quick rotator. Those jumps will be quite easy for her as she grows. Here comes the triple toe. This was intended to be triple toe. Delays quite a long time and has a challenge on the landing. Wasn't prepared, couldn't get up into a double. Just pulls off a single toe. Double axel here. Watch how tight she gets. Arms and free leg nicely through, nice and tight in the air. Again, a little wobbly on the landing, but as she gains strength, this will begin to solidify. Very nice overall skater.
For her short program, Anita Östlund has received a score of 39.26 points, which currently brings her into the 3rd place. Please welcome warm-up group number 2. From the United States of America, Brady Tennell. From Australia, Katie Passfield. From Austria, Natalie Klotz. From Turkey, Zeynep Dilruba Zanoglu. From China, Xiangling Li. And from Liechtenstein, Romana Kaiser.
Brady Tennell will be skating here and in Spain in the future. Today she's skating to a short program, which is The Storm. Katie Passfield will be skating to Carol of the Bells, and she's skating in just this Junior Grand Prix. Your Austrian Natalie Klotz, she is skating to Miami Spanglish, and she was in the Junior Grand Prix in Bratislava. Zeynep Dilruba, she skated in Latvia and is also skating here. And she's skating to begin again today for her short program. Spring Breeze is Zhang Ying Li's program, and she also skated in Latvia and here. So did the Liechtenstein skater Romana Kaiser.
Ladies, there is 1 minute remaining in this warm-up. On the ice, representing the United States of America, Brady Tennell.
Brady is 17 years old, was born in Winfield, Illinois, is coached by Denise Myers and choreographed by Scott Brown for the short program. Short program music is Lucien Lustel by Puccini. She needs 46.24 to take the lead. Brady has some wonderful qualities, great spinner, and she rotates pretty fast. She had some challenges on a few of the elements here. Here's the triple toe loop. Got around on that one. Launches back up, not getting high enough, and that may be downgraded, maybe under rotation. Here's the triple flip. Outside edge maybe a little bit. Didn't get up high enough. I think Brady can jump quite high. She just didn't pick. The timing wasn't great on that triple flip. Didn't get all the way around. Here's her double axel. This was nicely done. Nice and tight in the air. Good strong landing. Nice sit position, beautiful arms. Great camel position as well. Strong spinner. Nice skater.
The scores, please. For her short program, Brady Tennell has earned 46.35 points, which currently brings her to the first place. On the ice, representing Australia, Katie Passfield.
Katie is 17 years old, was born in Sydney, Australia, and is coached by Michael Passfield and choreographed by Liz Kane. This is her first Junior Grand Prix season. Her short program music is Carol of the Bells by the Piano Guys. Score to beat, 46.36.
Passfield.
Nice job by Katie. Here's her first element, this double axel. Watch how nice and high she gets. Arms, free leg are going back, straight through, up into the air. Good height, good clean landing, strong position. Triple sow unfortunately didn't get as high as the axel did, so you'll see her spinning very quickly on this landing, and she just does an extra 3 turn here. Good thing she did put the other foot down, up into the double loop. Good reaction, smart thinking. Here's a very nice element by Katie, this flying sit spin. Good air position. Gets nice and low. Into a variation, difficult variation. Nice variation there.
For her short program, Katie Passfield has earned 36.28 points, which brings her currently into the 5th place. On the ice, representing Austria, Natalie Klotz.
Natalie is 18 years old, was born in Innsbruck. She's coached by Carla Wakari and Claudia Hodek, choreographed by Tanya Chernowski. This is her first Junior Grand Prix season, but she did compete in Bratislava earlier this season. Short program music is Miami Spanglish, mixed by Anu Lloyd Webber. Nice skate by Natalie. Minus the single toe in the combination, she had a very clean performance. Take a look at the combination here, preparing Mohawk up into the Salchow. She slips a little bit on that takeoff, manages to get around, just can't stop the rotation to push back up for the double. Here's a look at the triple flip. This was a great accomplishment here. It bends down nice and low, pushes straight up over the pick, nice and straight in the air. There was a big applause on this landing, so it might have been one of her first ones in competition. A little bit of a step out. And her third jump element here, the double axel. Arms and free leg back. Not a huge jump, but nice and tidy.
The scores, please. For her short program, Nathalie Klotz received 35.03 points. This is the new season's best and brings her currently into the 6th place. On the ice, representing Turkey, Zeynep Dilruba Sanoglu.
Zeynep is 18 years old, was born in Kokali and coached by Tayfun Anar and choreographed by Alexandra Levieva. This is her first Junior Grand Prix season. Short program music is Begin Again soundtrack. Personal best in the short program is 33.43. Top score so far, 46.36.
Zeynep Dilruba Sanoglu.
Zeynep had a challenge on her first element, but once she got going, the program started to warm up and she started to skate quite well. Here's the look at the jump combination. Now, as these athletes, they have to be able to pull that trigger on a triple quickly, and she just was too slow and wasn't committed to that triple on that takeoff. So that whole combination was just unfortunate for her. Good double flip here. Nice and straight. And good flow, good strong landing position on the way out. Well done. And her third jump element, the double axel, this was good. This was nice. Really like lifts her up, nice and straight in the air. Good strong landing.
The scores, please. For her short program, Zeynep Dilruba Sanoglu has earned 29.92 points. This brings her currently into the 9th place. On the ice, representing China, Xiangning Li.
Jiang Ying is 15 years old, was born in Kikahar. She's coached by Ming Zhu and choreographed by Elvin Huang. This is her third Junior Grand Prix season. Short program music is Spring Breeze. Her personal best in the short program is 46.52. She needs 46.36 to take over the lead. Beautiful job by Xingying Li of China. Delicate music. Here's a look at her triple flip. There was a great roar in the crowd. I think this might have been the first time she's ever done this in competition. Pushes it straight up, nice and tight, gets in quick. Solid landing. Not only done the first time, but done very well. Here's a look at the combination jump, the triple salchow. Lets the free leg follow around and up into the air. Good stopping of the upper body. Pushes up into the double toe. Nicely done. Double axel here is really on a tight curve, and I'm sure as she gets stronger and older, she'll bring that a little bit straighter, but she doesn't get as much height, a little under-rotated, but she manages to stand up, get the element done. Charming skater. She's got a bright future.
The scores, please. For her short program, Xingying Li has earned 50.67 points, which is the new season's best and brings her into the first place. On the ice, representing Liechtenstein, Romana Kaiser.
Romana is 17 years old. This is her very first Junior Grand Prix season. She did compete 2 weeks ago in Riga. Her personal best is 27.08.
Romana Kaiser.
Romana had great commitment to the performance of the program, to the choreography. She had fun doing it. It was fun watching her. Here's a double Lutz, nice and clean. Up into a double toe. Nice clean combination. Double-double, but well done. Double axel. Watch her upper body gets outside the circle right now. Lean, that right shoulder started to lean, got on a lean in the air, couldn't get the free leg back, and couldn't get her feet underneath her. Here's a well done basic double flip. Could use a little bit more stretch and turn out of the toe on the landing positions, but good jump nevertheless.
The scores, please. For her short program, Romana Kaiser has earned 27.64 points, which is the new season's best, and currently brings her into the 11th place. We will now have a break for the resurfacing of the ice, and the competition will...
Here are the current standings after two groups of ladies. Ling Li of China, 50.67, had a great skate. Brady Tennell of the United States is in second. You're watching ISU coverage of the Junior Grand Prix Series, the fourth stop of 7 here in Linz, Austria. We'll be back. You can take a look here at the global start times for tomorrow's events in the pairs short program, local time here in the morning, 10 o'clock. Men's short program in Linz at 12:30. Ladies free skate will go tomorrow night in Linz starting at 1700 hours. We'll be back after this ice surfacing. Stay with us.